What's going on, guys? My name's Sam. I'm from Pioneer DJ and we're here at Gear4music, and I'm going to be taking you through some of my favourite features with the new CDJ-3000. The first upgraded feature that I want to go through is the Pro DJ link with upgraded Gigabit Ethernet. So the Pro DJ link essentially is how you link all your CDJs or equipment together. So the benefits of having the Pro DJ link with Gigabit Ethernet means it's a lot faster than our previous Pro DJ link technology. It allows us to use one USB stick along 6 units. And what that means is you can transfer audio, you can transfer data, and you can transfer information across all 6 decks off one USB stick. For example, when we go into source here, this is where I'm now going to select my source of audio. So this could be laptop, this could be SD card, this could be USB. It depends what kind of platform you're working off. And all I simply do is select the Pioneer DJ there, which is this USB stick, and this takes me straight into the USB stick itself. Over on this CDJ here, thanks to the Pro DJ link and the fast Gigabit Ethernet speed, it allows me to select straight from this USB stick. And the speed is absolutely phenomenal. This is a huge upgrade from our 2000 Nexus 2 range, which was the predecessor from the CDJ-3000. For example, load speed, again, this is all loading from the USB stick via the Gigabit Ethernet Pro DJ link. And I'm just going to select a random track here. Let's go for this track here. And there we have it, straight away into the CDJ-3000 in a roughly around 0.2 seconds. Huge upgrade from its predecessor.
Wait a minute.
Another great new feature for the CDJ-3000 is the laser sharp LCD 9-inch touchscreen. So this is a huge improvement, 150% improvement in visibility from the 2000 Nexus 2, the predecessor of the CDJ-3000s. So I'm going to take you guys through what is actually going on within the screen here. As we've previously mentioned, as soon as I go to my source, I'm going to select my source, which is the USB stick here, running through the Pro DJ link. As soon as we dive into this USB stick, it is showing me so much information, so much more than we've previously had. The folder section here to the left-hand side can all be adapted via Rekordbox 6, so I can add and remove folders, making it a very personalized experience per player. So for now, I'm just going to hit straight into my playlist feature. So this brings straight up to my playlists, and I work solely out of playlist. I never really go into any other folder. Playlist is kind of where a lot of people gather their music and create their sets from. One of the cool features, we have actually added a playlist button, which will take you directly to your playlist. Now, this was a highly requested feature from a lot of DJs when we were doing the product development with the new CDJ. And it's, you know, it's really great because as soon as I click source Pioneer DJ, I can go straight to my playlist. So let's dive into this playlist and let's have a look at what we can do within this playlist itself. So as you can see to the left-hand side, you have your preview, and this will preview your waveform. I can turn this on and off if I wish. I can also select the information per track. So I can select all my information there, where it's come from, the key, the date, etc. Some really good information there, and then a very quick load feature which will load straight into the CDJ-3000. Another great feature with the playlist is I can adapt the font. Now, if I adapt the font, it also gives me 2 extra lines of information, which when doing some really huge sets, it's, you know, it can be really beneficial, especially when you're trying to work out your next tracks. I tend to have it in the middle because my eyesight isn't as good as it used to be. And probably my favorite part of this, because on the 2000 Nexus 2, I used to sort via BPM or key. So you no longer have to click menu, sort, and play state. Now we have a little drop-down feature here, which allows me to add or subtract some of the columns. So if I wanted, for example, the artist showing, as soon as I select the artist showing, it will now show me the artist. And I can change the play state within BPM and key here. So I can have everything in related key up on the top or on the bottom, or the same with the BPM, etc., etc. So that is within the playlist feature. Now, if I go to the search, this has also been upgraded. So this is a huge QWERTY keyboard, you know, a massive upgrade again from the predecessor. So if I was to type in, for example, an artist, This is now showing me everything from the artist that I've just typed in. Again, I can add my artist here just to show you that this is everything that I have on this USB stick within this artist. Of course, we've also added the classic encoder here with all the information you can receive from below and above the encoder. So if I select my shortcut feature, it's allowing me to select my shortcuts very quickly. Now, of course, this can all be done within rekordbox 6 and loaded straight into the USB stick within seconds. However, on the play state and when you're playing, sometimes you might want to change a few things up. For example, if I wanted my waveform color to go back to RGB, I can very quickly do that. If I wanted my waveform to the current position to the center, which basically allows the current position to be in the center, and you only see this much of the track. If I wanted it to the left, it will go more to the left and you can see a lot more of the upcoming track itself. As well as this, you've got the beat jump value. So this is allowing us to change the beat jump value here. And then you've got the quantized value, you've got LCD brightness, LCD jog, and then of course you've got your classic waveform. So now once we've selected a track from our playlist and we can dive into the track itself within the screen. So this is allowing me to see the play number, quantized, beat jump. It's allowing me to scan through my waveform and allow to pick points of the track itself if I'd like to make a marker of that track. It's also got the BPM reading. It's got the waveform itself, and it's also got the stacked waveform. So this is something that was added with the CDJ-3000. If I play this track here, if I select a track here and play it, it's allowing me to see the waveform from the master deck. So if this is selected as master, I'm just going to create a very quick loop. And as you can see on the synced deck here, this is allowing me to sync it and see the stacked waveform. Really cool new feature. Of course, we do have the classic phase meter if you'd like to select the phase meter, or you can go to the stacked waveform. Another feature that it has is it now shows the key on the screen. So if I turn my master tempo off, this allows me to see, as I move my pitch fader down, which key it's moving to. Really cool feature. Okay folks, the final improvement from the 2000 Nexus 2 is where we've now placed the hot cues. So we went through some substantial research on where to place the hot cues. As you can see, quite a few things have moved within the CDJ-3000. Now, I was quite a hot cue heavy type of DJ and have been for quite some time now. The 2000 Nexus 2 was a really good player and it was really well placed within the market. But we used to have the hot cues sort of down here. Now, that was great, but the problem with that was you couldn't actually see where you were releasing. So you had to make sure every single hot cue you knew very well. And if you've got a playlist of 3,000 tracks, it's very difficult to remember everything. So after all the research that we did with artists, DJs all around the world, we figured that the hot cue positioning should be directly below the waveform, almost as if it's an extension of what you're seeing up here. So for example, let's create some hot cues now. I have a hot cue here. And then I'm going to create a few new hot cues. So I'm going to use the beat jump, and I'm just going to jump 16 beats forward. So I'll have a B there. Maybe have a little breakdown here. So as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm just creating extensions, bookmarks if you will, and creating extensions of my waveform. So let's have a listen to some of the hot cues I've already saved. So there's some hot cues that I've just very quickly added to this track. Now this will save to my track and will save to my USB stick when brought back to rekordbox 6, the software. So I'm quite happy with that. Now let's see how it works in terms of using it against another track. So we have this track on deck A, and I just have some hot cues that I've previously done and prepared within rekordbox 6. I don't always just magic some hot cues up. I do a lot of preparation within our software. We build a lot of our products around rekordbox 6, so it's advantageous if you use rekordbox 6. So I'm going to play something from here.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay, I quite like that.
Wait a minute. 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 Wait a minute.
And a really cool feature of this is I've activated the key sync, so it's going to sync to the same key or related key to my deck here, and that's plus or minus 2 semitones, so it's a really, really advanced tight key sync.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Again, so super advanced processing going on. And this was one of my, very much one of my favorite features, favorite improvements, should I say, of the CDJ as opposed to what we've previously had. I was able to then release some of the hot cues as well as playing this here.
Wait a minute.
I had this playing in the background and I was able to jump to between 2, 3, maybe 4 hot cues here. And yeah, you know, the processing was just bang, snap, straight to the point. This was one of my favorite improvements by far, these hot cues and where we've now placed them. So there you have it, guys. There's some new and improved features on the CDJ-3000. For more information on this product or any other Pioneer DJ product, please visit the Gear4music website. Thank you.